live and work in Hong Kong. We went out for Chinese New Year, end of January, and it was when it started getting bad in the mainland, and they shut the border. Schools never reopened after Chinese New Year. It's like the equivalent of Christmas, right? It's a week off. They haven't opened since. They won't open until the 20th of April. That'll be absolute earliest. But I think we're done until the end of the year. My daughter's 3, so it doesn't really matter, but going crazy. I got 3-month-old twins. Not leaving the house isn't that much fun. Right. You know, everybody wears a mask there. Everybody wears a mask. It's entirely different. But 3 weeks with no toilet paper, no rice, no, garbage bags in the supermarkets. You got lucky that we just had some. Funny thing is now, they're all so stocked that nobody needs it. So if you got through it, you're okay. Walmart will do everything they can to pile it to the ceiling every day, and until people can go in there and go, you know what, they can't possibly sell that much, so I'm okay, I don't need to buy it. And like, of all the things on the planet, the number of shits taken in any one day does not change. So the amount of toilet paper consumed doesn't change. Everyone's going to buy 3 months worth of toilet paper and they go, you know what, I don't need to buy any for the next 3 months, I'm good. They won't be able to sell it, they won't be able to give it away. Hand sanitizer's a bit different. Best thing, the only silver lining out of this is it doesn't hurt kids. No kid under the age of 9 has died, as far as I know, has even been in hospital. Most of them get it, probably, but you would have no idea. So everybody that has kids, we went through this before everybody knew. We were always like, don't want to go outside, come home, my kids are they're going to die, right? Terrifying. Now it's like, the kids are okay, and you're worried about your parents and your grandparents, So yeah, we'll get through it. The kids will be fine. If you're healthy, you'll be fine. You just want to stay away from the old folks. I mean, that's ultimately about the only thing you can do. The good thing is in America, not too many people live with their parents in Hong Kong. Multi-generational families, so you got parents, grandparents, kids, all in the same house. So they shut the schools really early because kid picks it up, doesn't really care, doesn't even know he has it, right? They can't wash their hands, they don't know what they're doing, right? Goes home, gives it to the 80-year-old grandparent that's living with them. That's a problem. Bit easier, I think, although worse because everybody lives in an old folks home and, one gets in and all of a sudden 20 happens. So that's the truly terrifying thing is potentially losing your parents.
It's been not even 6 days since our first case, and we have closed schools, limited crowd sizes, and now shut down bars and dine-in restaurant services. Within the last hour, I spoke with the governor via Skype. She said she was working on today's executive order yesterday, but wasn't ready to implement it until today. Bars and dine-in restaurants will close at 3 p.m. Carry-out service is not prohibited. Whitmer's executive order also applies to gyms, spas, and theaters. They too will close just 3 hours from now. The governor acknowledges it is an unprecedented step, but these are unprecedented times.
It's going to create a lot of challenges, and it's going to be hard. I think about the business owners who are going to be impacted this, and yet I know that the science and the best practices are about mitigating community spread through social distancing. And at the bars, if you saw pictures of bars that were packed this weekend, that closing the schools is one thing, but until we get our arms around all the other places where people congregate in close proximity, we're not going to meaningfully address the issue of community spread, and that's why this is important to do.
Feels like the zombie apocalypse. This is as close as we'll get to the zombie apocalypse, that you see on the TV, and people just losing their minds. You don't know what's going on. It feels like it's blown out of proportion, but you don't know. You can be sitting here in 6 months going, there's 6 million people there, and you're like, holy crap, maybe it wasn't blown out of proportion. Or, it might be 10,000 people, and you're like, well, 100,000 people die of the flu every year in the States, so it wasn't that bad. That's the problem. It's terrifying not to. I'm just here for work. I'm a banker. I can do it online over the computer, but like any business, face to face when you're trying to meet people is really important. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I'd be home. So I'm here. On Monday, they announced in Hong Kong anybody coming from the States has to do 14 days home confinement. So I couldn't find a flight home. There was no flights home. So
1,000 new coronavirus cases in a 24-hour span, and along with 113 more lives lost.
So that brings the total number of cases across the state to 34,000 and total lives lost to more than 2,800 people. Governor Whitmer is saying that she will likely extend her stay home, stay safe order beyond the expiration of April 30th, even if she begins to ease restrictions to reopen parts of the economy, some businesses. She is cautioning if businesses reopen too fast, it could lead to a second peak, which nobody wants.
I am as eager as anyone to start re-engaging sectors of our economy, but we all know we've got to be really smart about what that looks like, and so it will be in waves. There will be some form of a stay-at-home order in effect for a long time here, and I know when I say that, everyone's going to speculate, what does that mean? What it simply means is that for the near future, we know that it's not going to be safe for especially vulnerable population to be out and about publicly, and so people who have COPD, people who are over the age of 65 are going to have to continue to stay at home.
And Governor Whitmer says that she will lay out more about that stay-at-home extension during her next update, which is scheduled for Friday at 3 o'clock.
And if you look at it, they're in clusters. It was like early on, there was like literally a family of 15 that had a giant family banquet for Chinese New Year. One of the family members was from Wuhan, and they didn't know that this was going on. He comes in, all of a sudden 15 people have it. So there was clusters of it was very easy to trace. There was a family member or someone who'd been there and came back, and then they shut the border real quickly, and now it's actually, oddly enough, now it's all the people coming back from America or Europe bringing it back. They've actually done a very good job of it, but I probably do know somebody that's had it. It's entirely possible I've had it, and I just, felt crappy for a day, healthy, right? And that's the secret, is just staying healthy, trying not to smoke too much, probably should have less beers.
Begin tonight with a disturbing milestone in this coronavirus pandemic. The death toll in this country surpassing 20,000. That includes more than 2,000 lives lost in the last 24 hours. America's deadliest day yet. 783 deaths in New York alone. This latest surge pushing the U.S. total beyond hard-hit Italy after already overtaking Spain, now the deadliest nation in confirmed COVID-19 fatalities. We have reported on the economic toll. Look at this, cars lined up at food banks across the country. Nearly 17 million Americans suddenly out of work as the first Americans are receiving stimulus checks from the Treasury Department. Concerns tonight over emerging hot zones, cases spiking in Maryland and in Texas, the race to set up field hospitals. There are new reports of trouble with testing in California, thousands still waiting to learn whether they are positive. And the questions on so many minds tonight, when will America reopen? President Trump calling that the biggest decision of his life. Leaders across the country urging Americans to keep their guard up. We will work through